Hello everyone, I am Dr. Jihad Hamad, the main lecturer at the Fundamentals of Pharmacology module. Today we will show you how to do the laboratory 2, which is enzyme kinetics, alkaline phosphatase enzyme kinetics. Okay, I would like also to thank Maria, the lab technician behind the camera. Maria will do the second part of this experiment. Okay, at the day of the experiment, you will find everything ready for you. You will find the spectrophotometer already set up for you, and you will find a tray next to each spectrophotometer. In this tray, you will find all the chemicals you need to use at the day of the experiment. You will find the buffer, HCl buffer ready for you, and in this rack you will have the enzyme alkaline phosphatase. You'll find the alkaline phosphatase enzyme here. We'll put in the corner of this rack, at the corner. Okay, now here we'll have 5 different concentration, 6 different concentration of the substrate p-nitrophenol phosphate. Starting from the smallest concentration, you will find the concentration at the top of each tube. Starting from the smallest one from the right, we'll have 5, then 10, then 25, then 50, then 75, then 100 millimolar concentration. This is the highest concentration. In section A, you will start with the highest concentration. Remember, in the section A, we'll start with the highest concentration, which is 100 millimolar of nitrophenol phosphatase. Also, you'll find 2 micropipettes to use and the tips of the micropipette. Additionally, you will have this box for the cuvette. You will have cuvette here. You will find also this cuvette here. Okay. So everything you need at the day of experiment, it will be here. You don't need to go around. Okay. Best luck. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria. I'm Laboratory Technical Assistant in the University of West London. I'm here now to show you how to do your practical today, and we're going to start with part 8 of the practical. First thing you need to do is to check the spectrophotometer that you have in your bench. So you need to go and press concentration, and then the wavelength is ready because the wavelength that you need for the practical is 410, so it would be ready. You don't need to change nothing unless that is not 410. Part 8 of the protocol says that you need to grab a cuvette and you place it here, and you will need to add 3 milliliters of the buffer. Because you have the micropipette that is up to 1,000 microliters, which is equivalent to 1 milliliter, you will do this 3 times. You go, open the buffer, pipette. This is 1 milliliter. Two milliliters. And 3 milliliters. Now you close, and you need to add now 25 microliters of the highest concentration, which is 100 millimolar of the substrate. So you will use now this micropipette, which is set up to 25. You will grab the tip, and then you will open this and use just 25 microliters. Now you will need to grab a paraffin to cover the cubed and mix it a few times. So you need to peel off the paper and after cover your cubed. And now just mix it. 1, 2, 3. You will take up this and you will take your cubed to your spectrophotometer. To open it, you will hear a click. Soft touch, open. Place your cubed on the spectrophotometer. The triangle you see there needs to face in for the wavelength, and then close the spectrophotometer. Hearing the click, soft touch. Now the procedure says that you need to blank, and you press blank now. And as you can see, the absorbance shows as 0. The next step is you will need to open your spectrophotometer, grab your cubed, and you will need to add 25 microliters of the enzyme. So you will grab this, open it, that's your enzyme, add 25, and as soon as you add 25 you will need to press the timer. So let me put it here. As soon as you add the 25 you will need to press your timer. And you mix with your pipette. And then you will start doing your recording at 15 seconds. You press sample, and after every 15 seconds you will need to keep pressing to do your recordings. Then 15 seconds. Now press again. Again, wait until you get 15 seconds. Now press it one more time, and you will need to do this until it's 2 minutes pass. Wait for 15 seconds to be, and then press. Good. Again, you will wait for 15 seconds. You will press. And you will keep waiting and taking your measurements. And the final one. And then you will be finished with this part.
Finishing this part of the experiment, what you need to do now is to go back to the Excel sheet, which I taught you how to do it in the last lecture, in the last week of this module. You need to make a function of absorbance against time in minutes. So we'll make a graph. In y-axis the absorbance, in x-axis the time in minutes. Every 15 seconds you record the reading of the absorbance against time. And you need to calculate the initial velocity as I taught you in the last lecture, the last week of this module. You need to calculate the initial velocity. Initial velocity is the change in the absorbance over time. After measuring the initial velocity of alkaline phosphatase enzyme for the first time, you need to repeat the same set of experiments twice and calculate the initial velocity for another 2 times. Then you will have 3 initial velocities, 3 set of experiments, the same. You repeat the same. Add 3 ml of buffer to the cover, then add substrate blanket, then add enzyme, put it in the spectrophotometer and sample it every 15 seconds. So repeat the same experiments with the calculations, with the same manner of calculations for 3 times. After that, you can take average of the 3 initial velocities we have. Okay? When you finish that, now all these calculations will be done at home. It will not be done at the lab, at the day of the experiment. No, you will do them at lab. After finishing the 3 set of experiments and measuring the absorbance every 15 minutes for 3 different Excel sheets, now we'll go to the second part or second section of this experiment. In this second part, we'll repeat the same procedures, but using different concentration. Instead of using 100 millimolar, we'll start now with the smallest one, 5 millimolar. Do it, then the same procedures, buffer to the substrate, this time not 100 millimolar, 5 millimolar, mixing them, blank them in the spectrophotometer, then add the same amount of the enzyme, 25 microliter of the enzyme to the new substrate, which is 5 mil. Then determine the absorbance every 15 seconds as we did with the 100 millimolar. Okay, then repeat the experiment with 10 millimolar going up, then with 25 millimolar, then with 50 millimolar, then with 75 millimolar. Already we did the 100 millimolar. So what we are doing in section 2, we are repeating the same set of experiments but with different substrate concentration. In section A, we start with the highest concentration, which is 100 millimolar. Okay, but now we'll change the substrate starting with 5 mil, finishing it, go to the 10 mil, after finishing it to the 25, then go to the 50, 75. After that, you can have a function of the concentration of substrate against the initial velocity of each one. You need to calculate the initial velocity of each substrate. You will do all calculations at home, but at the day of the experiment, you need to master the technique of using spectrophotometer, determining the absorbance of the reaction after adding the alkaline phosphatase, the same concentration. Remember, at the experiment, we'll keep the same concentration of the enzyme, which is 25 microliter. Okay, and from section A to section B, we'll change the substrate, but the enzyme will remain the same. The enzyme here in the corner, remember, always the enzyme on the corner. Okay, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me. I would like to thank Professor Kamya for his support in this module and this lab, and Catherine for her support in running this lab. And I will not forget to thank Maria for her great help and support in running this rehearsal. Thank you so much.